Hey, hi, howdy guys, welcome back to my channel, NikkiReadThat. Today I'm letting you guys know what my November TBR is. I am nervous about this one, y'all, but it's going to be okay. I have some plans and it's gonna all work out. So I have a book club on Facebook called We Be Bookin'. I'm going to link it down below if you're looking for a book club to join. It's amazing. This month we are doing a bingo or tic-tac-toe TBR. On your bingo or tic-tac-toe sheet, there are prompts that you can choose from, and you have to read a book matching that prompt in order to get 3 in a row for tic-tac-toe or 5 in a row for a bingo. And I have 9 prompts that I chose books to go with, and so those 9 books are going to be on my TBR. I am hoping to get to all of them, especially since a lot of them are arcs. I think only 4 of them are not arcs. So 3 are on my physical TBR, 1 was from the library I've been dying to read, and the other 5 are books that I just have to get to on my NetGalley arc list. So I'm not going to read the synopses for the majority of the arcs just because I don't want to be spoiled, so I'll just let you guys know what the genre is and what I believe my rating will be at the end of the month. I liked doing that last month and quite a few people said that it was fun. So without further ado, here is the first book that I will be mentioning. Someone Like You by Kingsbury. This book came out May 5th and I didn't review it, so that's great. I'm not going to read the description or anything like that. I just don't want to be spoiled. I like going into these books extremely blind, but Kingsbury, I believe I've tried some of her work in the past and it just wasn't my jam, but now that I'm older, it might suit me a little bit more. I'm not sure. So the genres for that: Christian fiction, romance, adult fiction, inspirational, contemporary, chick lit, typical. My rating, I believe I want to give it possibly a 3 or a 3.5 out of 5. I just really don't know. So moving on, Never Look Back by Burton. It was published July 1st of this year and it is a mystery, thriller, romantic suspense, crime, contemporary. So I'm excited to get to this one. It looks really good just by the cover. Again, I haven't spoiled myself on any of these and I choose not to just because I really want to be surprised and not really know what I'm getting into. I don't mind knowing the genre because that helps me a lot with like knowing what to expect, but I have found in the synopses that I have read in the past, I get spoiled for things, and some of them are big things that, especially in thrillers, if it wasn't included, I would enjoy that book so much more. So I try not to read synopses for pretty much everything. I had said I'm going to predict that rating to be about a 4 out of 5. I think that's a solid guess because I really do like mystery thrillers, so I hope it's one that I really enjoy. The next book is one from my physical TBR, and that one is The Brick, Les Mis by Victor Hugo. This is my buddy read that I am doing with my friend Shelby at her Instagram, Shelby's Shelf. I'll leave her down below. This is our November/December month read. We just think we want to give ourselves enough time to consume it properly and not feel like we're rushing. And I think that's going to be the key for this one. For me to really thoroughly enjoy it, I'm going to really have to take my time. We're also doing this with a friend that I met on my Bookstagram, which I will link below. And her name on Instagram is Regally Written, and I will link her link down below as well. So she decided to join us on this crazy journey and we are hoping that we do okay. So far so good. The bad thing is I couldn't find an audiobook to go with this to match my version specifically, so I'm just gonna power through and read it without an audiobook. I'm feeling pretty confident because I have seen the remake of it and I feel like that will really help me connect to the characters even though I'm not going to be able to consume it with an audiobook. I'm really excited for this. I am probably 30 something pages in, so I started this yesterday. I started it yesterday, the 1st of the month, and I'm hoping to get more into it. I'm enjoying it so far. Right now we're talking about the priest who is a pretty integral character, so I'm learning more about his back history and I find it super interesting. My overall rating prediction for this will be a 5 out of 5. I really think I'm going to enjoy it and I just hope it doesn't disappoint me, which I don't think it will. The Brick is getting done before the end of the year for sure. The next book I'm going to be talking about is Louisiana Lucky by Pennell. This book was published August 4th of this year. It is a fiction, romance, contemporary, fluttery, chick lit romance. I'm so excited to read this. It looks like it's going to be a really, really nice book to break up what I have on my TBR. I'm looking forward to something lighthearted and cute. So I'm hoping that it's really good. I read the synopsis for this one. It follows three sisters who win a huge lottery prize and learn what it truly means to be lucky. They all need it for certain different things, and money isn't the answer to everything. It often comes with problems of its own. Heartfelt, engaging, and featuring characters you'll root for from the first moment you meet them. Louisiana Lucky is a satisfying page-turner from a rising star in women's fiction. I really am looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be cute. I am predicting that it's going to be, I'm thinking it's going to be like a 3.5, maybe a 4-star for me. I am thinking it's going to be really cute and lighthearted, but I have quite a few mystery thrillers on this list here, and I'm wondering if it just will be something I'm not in the mood for, or it'll be a really nice cleansing palette. So I'm not sure, but we'll see, I guess. The next book is Heartstopper, Volume 1 by Alice Oseman. You guys, I already read this. I read it on the 1st of November. I finished it on the 1st of November, and I proceeded to binge the rest of the volumes within a 2 or 3 hour period. So I set up my TBR the 29th or 30th of October, and I predicted it was going to be a 5 out of 5. And it sure as heck was. I loved it. It's hard-hitting. It's cute. It's so freaking cute. And of course I won't gush about it right now. I'll gush about it at the end of the month, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I can tell you right now that I confirm it was a 5 out of 5 stars. Alice Oseman, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much, and amazing. I'm so excited about it. So that was a great read and a great start to the season. It was warm and cozy. Oh, I loved it. It was so good. The next one I'll be talking about is Little Bones by NV Peacock. This book was published October 31st, so just a few days ago. I am so excited to read this one. This is the most exciting book I think I have on my TBR. For the arcs I need to review, I think this one is going to be so good. Just the cover is captivating. The cover says, "They dug up my past, they shouldn't have." And that absolutely was like bing on my radar. I was so excited. So I'll read the synopsis for this one just because it's not extremely long. I read it and I felt like it was so good. So it goes, "I have 3 names. I was born Leanne. I became Cherry. When I was a child, they called me Little Bones. My father was Mr. Bones, the notorious serial killer of 25 years ago. As a child, I witnessed his crimes. Everything is different now. I have a new identity. I'm a mother. I am finally free. Until that podcast, I should never have listened. They're linking a recent disappearance to the crimes of the past. They know who I am. They're calling me Little Bones again. They say I'm a villain, but I'm not. I'm a victim. You believe me, don't you?" Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So the genre is mystery, thriller, crime, and fiction, obviously. So this one I'm so excited. It's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. The cover was captivating right from the beginning. I freaking loved it. I'm predicting that this is going to be a 4.5 or a 5-star read for me, depending on how it goes. I have high hopes for this one. This is probably my most anticipated arc that I have on this list. Wishing for the best. The next one is another one on my physical TBR, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. The last book in this journey that I have been on for so long, and I'm sad to see it end. I am excited to finish the series though. I'm predicting again 5 out of 5. I cannot wait to finish this book series, but I'm also really sad about it. It's gonna be my first finished read through of the series at all, ever. I'm so excited to see how they wrap it up in the book because obviously I've seen the series of movies and I fell in love. I love them, but I'm so excited to see how J.K. Rowling originally did it. 5 out of 5 stars I'm predicting. I'll obviously let you guys know when I'm finished. The next book on my TBR is another physical book, and I'm going to be reading Voyager by Diana Gabaldon. I already read this book probably towards the beginning of the year. I think this, of the other 2 books that I've read, this is the 3rd book in the series. Of the others, this was my favorite. I believe I remember it being just more action-packed and more exciting. I wanted to reread this one so that I can move on to the 4th book potentially next month, if not at the beginning of the year. I'm predicting this one to be a 4 out of 5 stars because I remember it being pretty good, and I am looking forward forward to reading it again and catching myself up on what happened. I watched the TV series and I liked it. I am only watching the series to the book that I've read and finished. So since I'd read this one previously, I watched that season and I'm all caught up on that. So before I can move to the next season, I need to read or be reading the next book. That's kind of like my own personal rule so that I don't spoil myself for things that happen in the book, because the last time I did that with the first book, Outlander, I did not want to read that book whatsoever. I was like, oh, I already read this, or I already saw this part, blah, 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 blah. I felt like it was too long. So I decided going forward with the series, I need to read the book before I watch the series and then go that way. So I'm predicting a 4 out of 5. I am 200-ish pages into this. I feel like it's going to go pretty quickly because it's a reread, hoping for good things. Well, I already know what it's going to be. It's just to catch me up. The last book on my list for the month is called The Patient by Jasper DeWitt. This book was published July 7th of this year. It is genre horror, thriller, mystery, suspense, paranormal, mental health. I'm pretty excited about this one as well. I think I read a little bit of the synopsis when I was picking them out for my tic-tac-toe TBR, but I didn't dive too deeply into it and I don't want to reread it because I'm worried I'm going to be spoiled. That one I'm predicting it's going to be a 3 or a 3.5 out of 5 stars. So excited for this TBR this month. I'm hoping I get to everything in time. Like I said, the Les Mis book, I am putting it through December, so it won't be one that I get to mark off of my tic-tac-toe this month. It was just in my list so I could start it. So I'm not too worried about finishing that one this month, but the rest of them I'd really like to get to, and I'm feeling really, really good about it. I have audiobooks that I can do. I am so excited. Yeah, that's the end of it. I showed you my entire list. My notes have been done. Let me know in the comments what books you're reading this month, things that you are predicting to be 5 stars. If you found any 5 stars yet this year, I'd like to know what they are so I can add them to my list. And as always, guys, stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you in my next video. See ya!